It is day 3, I think, of Boathouse revamp. The guys are going to be working on that window that has shifted down that needs to be reshimmed. And I'm getting ready to do a screen porch project. So last summer, we did a kitchen renovation for a lady who had this amazing outdoor space, and she had fans mounted on the back of her house. And I loved that idea because if you can tell, we have a really low porch ceiling, so we can't do ceiling fans out here. And sometimes there was no breeze at all. So I ordered some fans on Amazon. They mount on the wall. I'm gonna try to put them together, get them mounted, see how it works. So for the record, I would like to point out that while I am here putting fans together, these two are fishing. So we have good news and we have bad news. The good news is I put this fan together and it works and the blade didn't go flying off. The bad news is the guys climbed up to look at that window and it is completely rotten all the way around the glass. So we will not be fixing that today because we're gonna need a couple of pretty days and we might get rain and some more materials. So we will not be working on the window today, but we will continue to install these fans. Okay, so one fan is up. It looks a little bit cheesy the way it's hanging, but I really didn't want to hang it on the siding. The good news is that the cord popped right into this trim piece. Now I've got to get a longer extension cord and then I can take it all the way down and run it in that trim piece all the way to the receptacle. So I've got to get a longer white extension cord. But I really like it. Probably need to move our paddle over a little bit, our decorative paddle. But we finally have a breeze out here. So now I'm gonna work on that one on the other side. All right, so since we hit that snag with the window, Gio is working on the dock. We had one cross piece over there that came undone and he had some big screws in the trailer. And then he's also just going through and tightening up, adding screws to loose board. The truth is we desperately need a new dock, but it's a terrible time to start doing it. So we're on a wait list, and when we can get a new dock, we will get a new dock. The news is, I don't know if you can see them, the ceiling fans are in and they are working well. Let's walk inside. Got one in that corner, one in that corner. So we are on a peninsula, so we have water on that side of the house and on this side. But that is the Pamlico River going toward the ocean, so that breeze comes this way. And the house blocks most of the breeze. So now we've got fans. I'm very excited about these fans. All right, so the guys are gone for the day and I am back in this bathroom and I'm finally ready to start painting these cabinets. So I'm using an emerald urethane enamel. I love this. I use it on cabinets, banisters. We're going with a satin, which is a little flat for what I normally like, but dress blues is the color we're going with. It's a vivid navy. So we're gonna get to painting. All right, we have one coat on. And honestly, right now it looks horrible, but that was to be expected with a dark color over such a light color. Let's see, I've got a drip right there. But for the most part, looks pretty good. We're gonna let it dry really well. And I'm actually gonna move my attention out here to this cabinet that you remember we are repurposing. I'm gonna clean it and then use an oil-based primer on it. So here I go. All right, I'm getting ready to call it a day, but I wanted to show you what I got accomplished. I got a primer coat on this whole cabinet, inside and out. And the good news is that the coverage on the inside is so good that I may not paint the inside of the cabinets. They look clean and fresh and white right now. We'll see how it dries. But if it dries well, we might just leave the inside white and just paint the doors, the drawer fronts, and outside. We are changing knobs. We're not just changing knobs, but changing configuration. This is going to be a pull. So tomorrow I'm going to need to patch the holes on the drawers. And then in here, I got a second coat on everything. It's still a little bit of a hot mess, and quite honestly, I'm not sure that I love it. But we're going to let it dry. It may need not a full third coat, but a touch-up, a few touch-ups. So that's where we are. I will be back tomorrow. This bathroom is a total wreck. This is the freezer that was in the pantry. I'm not sure if I showed that to you, but this was the closest place to put it without putting it on carpet, and that we could plug it up. So that's a freezer full of fish and crab, because that's what we do at the boathouse. We catch fish and we catch crab. So anyway, brushes are washed. We got a mess, but I'm just going to walk away and leave it. That rug was a tragedy. He fell victim to the blue paint. So he's not going to be around much longer. But this should dry, and hopefully tomorrow I can start putting some green paint on this. So that is a wrap on another busy day at the boathouse.